up. I'm not talking about any church particular because I don't know many churches, but this is what my word says. God is saying you can be good in reputation but be dead on the inside. That's a dangerous place to be. A mostly bad church with a remnant of good. That's like biting an apple that looks good on the outside but on the inside is horrible. I had one of those today. There was 2 apples that I had. One was delicious. The other one looked the exact, they both looked the same on the outside. That's why I grabbed both of them. One I was able to eat to the core. The other one was so bad on the inside I had to spit it out. And that's what God is saying with my church. They may look the same on the outside, but on the inside, one is giving life, the other one's giving death. Which fruit are you giving? Church number 6, the church at Philadelphia, faithful and approved. Revelations chapter 3, verse 8. I know your works. Look, I have placed before you an open door that no one can close, because you have but little power. Yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. This church was praised for keeping the word and not denying his name, and there was no rebuke. Illustration. A small overlooked church where no celebrity pastors or huge crowds, yet heaven celebrates them because they are faithful. I'm not trying to boast or brag or say it because I'm the pastor, but this is what the real church international seeks to be. As a pastor, as a husband, as a father, God, allow us to be the church at Philadelphia. Yeah. Allow us to not be, it's not about names or notoriety or whatever, but allow us to be faithful for keeping the word and not denying your name. There are still many faithful churches who don't bend their knee to compromise. That's right. There are still many faithful churches who will not change their message for the crowds. There's many small faithful churches who preach the Bible and preach holiness, and they will never be known in the world.
That's right.
There's so many internet churches. There's so many YouTube churches. There's so many big churches. But what about the small churches we pass every week on the corner? What about the faithful men and women who are preaching every Sunday and preaching every Friday? God is saying, don't be moved by who's coming or who's going. Don't be moved by numbers. Be moved by faithfulness.
That's right.
As long as you're faithful, I'm pleased with you. Because here's what happens. The enemy will try to get you to compromise, and he'll say, I'll give you these members. I'll give you this big church. I'll give you these riches. I'll give you this big building. I'll give you this title. If you do this, if you water down my word, if you stop talking about sin so much, I guarantee more people will come if you start telling them they'll be blessed. Mm-hmm. If you stop taking so many offerings, they'll do this. Mm-hmm. And God is saying, listen, when I call you, be faithful. That's why it says, I'd rather be faithful with few than you got to be a good steward. They only